Welcome, gentle listener. This is the seventh cycle. I'm your humble narrator for this evening, and this is episode 2. Oh my god, people! It's good to see you after your little jaunt, listener. It's good to know that the book has been pulling at you, hasn't it? Not a second away, you can't think of what's in these pages. What wants me to read? Why do I want to read? So here you are again, back where you were last time, picking back up on the most logical page after page 3. Well, day 3. Day 8. So, waking up on cobbles is far more painful than anyone gives it credit for. Bonus points to the pebbles then. Anyone who's counting still. The streets here are a bit weird though. They don't really seem to be placed with any rhyme or reason. Houses are placed next to the courthouses and marketplaces. The layout doesn't really make any sense, to me at least. None of the people who live here are close to where they work. They're scattered. I'm pretty sure the jewellery maker that works there is not from the house next to it. But the doors closest to the courthouses don't seem like they work. They don't seem like they're meant to be opened. Because there's no hinges on them. There's no gap between where the door and the door frame is. It's just a plank of wood. Just lent there. So, to get some more information from here, I went to one of the cake stands. I have not had cake in a while at this point. Very much having a craving for it. And Meredith was lovely. She's this lovely old woman who always gives off the grandma vibe in all of the best ways. And her cakes were so cool. They were layered with like cream and what I think was jam, with these really cool structural, like, edible glass. If I can figure out how she did that, I am telling everyone at home. So I bought one. It's green, and it wasn't citrusy or like earthy. It was floral. It's floral, but more of a lavender floral than a rose one. And you could tell from the first bite that she knows what she's doing with these cakes. They are delightful. So I asked her every question I had about this place. Why the shops were located where they were, why the houses were placed in weird places, why some of them didn't have doors on. And she answered. So, it turns out this place is called Crockham, and they house their criminals as close to the courts as they can. Which logically makes sense. There's less transport to the courthouse, and they're easier to keep an eye on. if they are under house arrest. But it's apparently so they can streamline the process and as a deterrent, because when you walk down the street, you just see them there. It feels a bit of a stupid idea though. That's only going to cause the townsfolk to demonise them. They're not going to have any good chance of getting out of this hole that they've been placed in. I don't even know how they get food. There's no doors or entryways on these houses. It's like when you see a bird in a cage for the first time and you're like, you're meant to be in the sky. Who's ripped you out of your home and put you in theirs? And it reminds me of the stories that Simon used to tell about his time in Pine Bridge. I did not come back the same after that. But the segregation isn't enforced by guards or walls. This is a really open plan city. It's the silence, the unease when trading with people. It's the, oh my god, why are you in this area of town? And part of me thinks I did something wrong to receive all of these shifty looks, like my very presence here was breaking some sort of unwritten rule in the town charter. But it could just be how Crockham is. It could just be how this place is. But I need to find someone to buy this pelt off me, because it's so fucking heavy. You think with all these, you would think it would be heavy with all the armoured sections in it. But the leather workers and the tanners don't work today, apparently. So I'll have to try again tomorrow. Day 9. So, finding a place to stay last night was just as difficult as you would expect. When you don't have the correct currency and you don't know the value of the local one. So I slept outside again, and that's becoming a theme. My jacket has been far better protection than I've given it credit for. It may not be waterproof, but it is keeping the cold out. Walking back into Crockham was a bit odd though. Everyone gave me a wide berth, and there were a few who were brave enough to look at me in the eyes, ran as soon as they could. This, coupled with the ache in my elbows that vaguely resembled a skeleton trying to remove itself from its flesh prison. But that's fine. I'm sure other people feel that all of the time. As soon as Atlas describes this ache, you seem to feel it too. Your bones are so present in your body, like they're wriggling in your limbs. They're not supposed to feel like that, are they? Well, you haven't felt them like this yet. The urge to just lay down, see if that helps stop the writhing and wriggling in your body. But then it goes. You don't know what that was. You just have an ache in your elbows. in your knees, in your ankles. Like there's always been. You've always had this ache that just persists.